Are we starting?
Hi, my name is Diana Prince, and I'm making a bunch of regular vlog type things for my site, Kinky Horror, and that's really scary for me, so I thought my first video should be drunk slash hi. I'm gonna call it my drunk history, and the first thing I need to tell you guys about for my drunk history is my love of Scream. Insert some great Scream theme music here, please. So, okay, so when Scream 1 first came out, it came out at Christmas, and I actually remember being really appalled by that. Like, oh my god, who would go see a Christmas movie, a scary movie at Christmas? And I thought I'd probably never hear about it again, and then I kept hearing it was good, it was good, it was good, and then let's jump ahead. I told you I'm drunk. It's not going to be very smooth sailing here. So I finally saw it on videos, like whatever. And yes, it was a video. VHS. Lord. Oldie. So I watched the VHS, and I wasn't expecting too much. I was like, it's going to be a cute, forgettable horror film. That's cool. But it turned out to be something that completely changed my life, and I'm not even kidding. Like, oh god, I hope I can explain all this. So I watched it once and I just couldn't get out of my head, and I watched it over and over again for the whole period that we had it for rental, like back to back to back to back, because I wanted to learn everything about it. I just wanted to live in that world. And come here, my cat Ghostface is right off camera, and she'll come over here, you can see her. And that's her name, Ghostface, because of Scream. Come here. Long story short, I loved horror movies of the 80s, but they started to get really stale, and I wasn't excited about new horror movies that were coming out. So I didn't expect anything from Scream. Sorry, I got really dry mouth, and that's going to be a factor. Scream! Kevin Williamson wrote the script. He's amazing. I used to walk down the street because people were like, oh no, Kevin Williamson's a hack, blah, 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 when I worked at Blockbuster. And so I decided to take it to the streets and get a poll to see if Kevin Williamson did indeed not suck. Signs like, honk if you love Kevin Williamson, and all the honking would prove to my Blockbuster employees that Kevin Williamson was the man. They said that it was because I would go out in very booby shirts while I held the sign, so I got a lot of honks, but I say it's all for Kevin Williamson, because that first screenplay is perfect. Like, perfect. It's a perfect movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. It's brilliant. I could not stop thinking about it after I saw it. If I couldn't watch the movie, I was listening to the soundtrack just over and over again to be in that world. And that might sound really pathetic, except that at the time I was living with a very violent, controlling person that I was married to him. He never let me out of the house. So all I had was stuff like this. We didn't have the internet, whatever. So when you found something to consume your thoughts, especially that made you in like a positive, the world is beautiful way, which is what Scream did to me, which is, I know is stupid, but I don't know. I kept watching it over and over again, thinking that somehow I had to get away from him because I had to get to LA to make movies just like that. And that was seriously my goal. Like, I knew I could not be there forever because I had to escape and be part of this world somehow. It died. Stupid. Scream 2. Scream 2 came out. I was still married to the crazy guy, but still plotting dreams, plotting escape routes and stuff. So when Scream 2 came out, my husband was working in New York. I took a train down to Charleston and said that I really had to visit my family. Like, I'd never seen my family with them, but I said it was like super important, like somebody was sick or dying or something, and Like, he was a heartless man if he wouldn't let me go. So somehow I got him to let me go. And I was really going to just meet my family to watch Scream 2 together. But that was what was so important to me. Like I wanted to be there for my family for this big deal. Like, all my family loved it too. And it's like, we're going to go see it together. One was in New York, one was in, well, we came from all over the place to watch it together in Charleston. And I had a huge reaction to Scream 2. It was amazing just as much as the first one. I literally got up and started screaming and crying for hours when Dewey got killed, it looked like. My sister had to come bring me back into the movie theater. She's like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Like, and finally she's like, you have to know who killed him, right? Like, yes I do. And so I walk back in, so angry, sitting there like this the whole time. And then Dewey just comes walking out, and my sister starts cracking up, and she said, I totally knew that he hadn't died. I wanted to see the look on your face. Turns out she had not waited for us. She went and saw it with her friends before she met with her family, so she knew. So the whole time I was freaking down crying, she was just laughing because she knew I was going to be a dumbass in 5 minutes. So the only, like, he used to keep me locked away in he was a construction worker, so every place we went was a different hotel. So when I wasn't with him, I was locked in the hotel room, and he put tape on the door to make sure that I couldn't go outside. But so it was just basically so I couldn't go anywhere without him ever, for my safety, is what he said. Anyway, Scream 2 became so important. I was so obsessed with the first one, and then the second one, I was like, I just have to see it more and more and more. And I finally talked him into letting me go. While he did laundry, I could go next door to the movie plays and watch Scream. So that was my other time away from him. So Scream 2 was just like my amazing vacation from a bad, abusive marriage. And that was like the happy thing I looked to every day. And I wanted to make sure there was another sequel, so I saw it like all the time because I got away from the bad situation and got salvation from that terrible life where I only lived with him and his beating upness and whatever. I got my breaks at Scream 2, so I went every second that I could, like, just anytime I had to go see Scream 2, alright, because anyway, I was allowed to go there and back, that's all I could do. That's way more than I'd done up until then, so it was amazing that I got to do it. Long story short, I ended up spending like over $2,000 going to see it a lot, because not only did I want to get the hell out of my house, but I wanted to drive up the box office to make a sequel. And they did this weird campaign where it went out of theaters and then it came back in 1 week. For 1 week only. And I mean, that had to be because they need more money to make the sequel, I thought. So it's like during that 1 week, I grabbed everyone. I made gangsters that were sneaking into other movies come in and pay to see Scream with me, even though they really didn't want to. I just, anybody snuck in, I was like, you need to go pay for your ticket. It's all about the box office. Like, I'll go pay for your ticket. Like, I don't know. Everything, I just wanted everyone to support Scream so we'd have a sequel. And then, when they announced the sequel, I was like, well, that was totally because of me. I probably gave them like hundreds of dollars. Anyway, so I spent like years on chat rooms stuff. All the web stuff was like really new. But I would read all these fan pages, and people would say they read the script and they knew exactly what was going to happen in part 3. And I didn't realize the internet lied yet. So like I thought I'd read this one script that people assured me was the definitive shooting script that was so amazing. Neve Campbell was supposed to get killed in the opening scene, which would have been really great. Not against her, it just would have been shocking and interesting. And instead it was fucking, anyway. Cotton, please. Point during all that, I did manage to escape from my ex, and I moved in with my dad, and we lived close to where they filmed the college outside shots in Scream 2. And so my aunt knew how important it was to me and drove me from Charleston to Atlanta area to go take the tour of the college, and it was like the greatest thing. I ran around taking pictures, like the kind you have to develop pictures of everything I recognized. And I remember there was one where Dewey was at the gazebo or something, and I knew it was the exact spot where he'd done this. So I I had pants on and stuff, but I did grind up on it a little bit and be like, this is where Dewey was. Yeah, not psycho. Oh, and I also during all this time was running the David Arquette fan club, which I paid some company a couple $100 to make me the official fan club, which I now know means jack shit. But I actually have a certificate saying I'm the official president, and people from all over the countries wrote me, but they thought I was David, so I wasn't sure if I should answer them. The Arquette Gazette, and I sent out buttons, and I signed up with a lot of people at Blockbuster when they came in to get their membership cards. I'd also, oh, you also want to be in this club, do you? So I looked like I had huge numbers, and they all got weird David Arquette mail. That was from me, and I'm sorry, but not really, because you guys need to learn about the awesomeness of David Arquette. So you're welcome. Alright, what's next? Scream 3, The Fall of Greatness. I was looking so forward to Scream 3. I lied to get out of work for the whole day, even though the first showing wasn't until midnight, just to prep, get my house in complete order to have the ultimate Scream after love party. And so I went to the theater, and I had my glow-in-the-dark Scream face shirt on, and my mask, and my knife that looks plastic, so it was fine. I was so excited, and no one else was dressed up because this is way before people care about cosplay, really. So I was probably the weirdest one in there. And so everyone was paying attention to me and my reactions and blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the movie, I just seriously sat there, tears streaming down my face. I couldn't move. I literally couldn't move. The whole theater, left around me because I just was, in shock. And they all thought it was, oh, look how cute. You love the movie so much, you're crying. And I was like, no! How can you even think that? It was the worst movie I've ever seen. It just tore every bit of my heart out and stepped on it and crushed it. They let Aaron Kruger write it instead of Kevin Williamson, and then it became not genius. And they said Kevin Williamson had worked on a little bit. I was like, okay, if you trust him, then I do. It's going to work out fine. But it didn't. Scream 3 makes no sense, and it ruins all the other ones that are perfect. And so for a while I lost my Scream faith. That's when I knew it was time to move to LA. It's time for me to remind people what good horror is. The way Kevin Williamson had made people realize what Scream was missing, I can help people realize what Scream 3 is missing. You don't do stupid shit like this. I don't know, that was my goal, and that was my dream, to come out to LA, and that's what I'm here for, basically. So when I say Scream changed my life, it changed my life. I escaped abuse and traveled around the world to somehow get to LA, where now I am here doing horror stuff. So thank you so much. Even if it's just talking to people and reminding them how awesome Scream is, I am happy to be doing anything to support the genre I love so much. Thank you.